Today we are playing Witching Stone, a tile-based roguelite deck builder that, well, obviously I'm going to enjoy. It uses those three lovely genres in a very particular way, combining them to make a rather compelling little game. So, let's get into it and show you why you should check this out probably later today. So, how do we exactly play this game? Well, let's start off with the basics of combat, because this is the main crux of the game to begin with. See, you are a mage, or a witch, or a sorcerer, some kind of spellcrafter, and in order to cast your spells, you need to match tiles in a specific order in order to, cast them at your enemies. So, we have in our possession currently, this character has a spark and a water shield. In order to cast them, we need to match up and line up a circle, triangle, and triangle to deal 4 damage to the first enemy in front of us, which is this lovely little mushroom, although it is quite menacing with those beady red eyes. It's probably also a good option to kill this guy because he's about to poison us. See, if we take our mouse and hover over him, we can see what the next action they are going to take is. A bit like Slay the Spire, if you will. This Shroomy is going to attempt to poison us, which means we will take 1 damage at the end of our turn, ignoring defense, yada yada. Obviously, we can easily take care of that because our spark deals 4 damage. So, with our left click, we are going to click and pick this red gem right here. We can either click on the next gem or click and drag to the gem after that, and we have made our match. However, there's more to this than you would think, and we're actually going to get into that right now before we do anything. See, right-clicking will dismiss the gems that we have collected, because there's actually a couple things you need to know. For instance, we don't actually have to have our spell cast congruently, and what that means is we can have gaps. So, instead, let's pick this other red circle gem, and then click this yellow triangle, alright? So then, we'll click that purple gem, and the yellow gem after it. See, it still works because we are going in order of operations. We still have the red, yellow, yellow, even though there's a gem in between it. In order to cast your spells, they have to be cast in order, not necessarily in proper sequence, if that makes sense to you. So, we right-click yet again, we actually have a really fun little play that I think will do a really good explanation, but also make the board usable for our next turn. So, let's do that. We have this red gem that we're going to do. We want the yellow gem right there. I'm going to cast this blue and blue, because that will mean our water shield activates, which means we are going to be protected from whatever pig goblin is going to attack us for 3. We'll take a little bit of damage, but that's fine. And then we'll click on the other yellow gem, and we can cast our spark, afterwards killing the mushroom. Now this displays 2 things. 1, how making a line specifically can affect your spell casting, and 2, that we can't actually connect any more gems together, even if we wanted to, because we have mana that we have to spend. Well, can spend. See, at the bottom of the board, we start with a specific amount of mana. We actually have 5 mana to begin with in our fight. See, if I right-click that, we get a mana gem back, and we only have 5 mana. For this specific turn, mind you. Once we cast our spells and whatnot, we'll have 5 mana back. However, we only have 5 mana currently. We can get more to cast more and bigger spells and whatnot, but do keep in mind that you can only do this specific amount of gems in a row. So let's play our hand, as it would be, and click go to activate our turn. Currently we cast our water shield, and then we cast our spark. We get protected, but we do take a tiny bit of damage. All in all, that was actually a really good turn. So, now we just have to finish this all up with a simple spark. Red gem, yellow gem, this purple one, because why not, and the yellow gem in question. So, click go, second turn, bang! Enemy dead. Congratulations! After you win, you get an acorn. Acorns are our currency in this game, so keep a good stash of them as you do. Now, since we have beaten our first encounter, we can see the board in proper, i.e. the roguelite element of this game. And we can choose to just go anywhere, in fact. We have quite a few options. See, if we go over to this green floating fire, pixie dust, magical energy, I don't know what they are, we will fight an encounter of an easy difficulty. If we click on the yellow one, that is also kind of similar, that will be a medium difficulty, and if you follow progression, the red is a hard difficulty, but we can't actually get to it because there's two yellows blocking its way. Instead, I want to do this chest up here. Boop, boop. Because with it, we can have a badge. See, as a deck builder, there are two ways to build your deck. Get more spells, or modify the spells that you currently have. And badges modify the spells you currently have. So, we are either going to choose a power pendant that adds power infusion. When cleared, apply 1, so that will affect the gems on the board, and if we use it, we get the power infusion ability. That's not terribly bad. And then we have Top Hat, deal 1 damage, or actually it adds 1 damage, let me be more specific, and it's cruel, because it hits a target with the least amount of health. So instead of going from front to back, which you are mandatorily able to do when you fight something, you can now pinpoint the weakest foe, although it only can go on attack spells, which isn't that bad. So if I do that, I would have a 5 to my attack, and I would shoot the weakest. Although that would mean I'm not exactly hitting the first one. See, there's pluses and minuses to hitting either the most healthy, the weakest, or just the one in between. So building a deck specifically to things is actually, well, obviously a deck builder part of this game. I'm going to take the power pendant, because that is pretty cool. So if we get the power pendant here, I'm going to plop it on our water shield. So every time we cast our water shield, we add a power infusion to stones. And that would mean if I have that in with Spark, I would assume that powers up Spark's damage. I don't know. I played quite a bit of this game, but still there are some things I'm not entirely 100% about. So, yay! We now have a modified spell. We can also go to this up arrow thing here, which will obviously upgrade ourselves. Increase total spellbook capacity. We don't have a full spellbook, so we're fine. Maximum health is pretty good. After each turn, generate an extra mana. See, like I said, we get more mana as we move along. I'm just going to take Vitality. Why not? Get ourselves up to 25. And last but not least, we have this acorn over here, which is a absolutely wonderful squirrel girl shopkeeper. Gotta love that girl. So we can buy a spell, or if we go over here, a badge for 3 acorns. Obviously, we don't have any acorns to spend, or not enough at least. But for this level, this is what's offered. So you can take a look and maybe plan on future purchases as you do. And yeah, other than the blue circle that we can't exactly get to, that's how to get new spells. And the campfire That's how you would heal your character for a certain percentage. That's basically the game. All you have to do is go through all the tiles and, or all the landmarks, I guess, get to the boss, beat the boss, go through the levels, beat the game. It's rather simple, yet I really find the tile matching aspect of this with the whole deck building thing, spell casting, battle mechanics, to be really compelling and unique. I rather enjoy this. So if you are interested in checking out this game, the link to it will be in the description below. I almost had this entire video without flubbing a line. My name is Ben Dark Arts, and this also technically is a demo. So if you do like this, you can go check out the full game wherever it is being released. I definitely have checked it out, and I'm going to buy it when it comes out. So if you're interested, check it out, and if you like it, buy it when it comes out. I actually really highly recommend this.